welcome back to the KRUSES, the show that nobody asked for. Quick recap on Harlow. Still doing well.
She's going to be a month old tomorrow.
Which is wild.
A little sad, but it's good.
Sad?
Yeah, it's just bittersweet.
Sure.
It's like, how did a month already go by?
Yeah, that's wild. We discovered that she enjoys bath time.
She loves baths. We've started to make a routine out of it, like every other morning. But she just chills in there and like stares at me.
Yeah,
I mean, she likes it.
Who wouldn't love to just have hot water poured over you?
It's like a little hot tub
as
for
you
her.
Chill. Yeah, no kidding. She also has a tendency to kind of check out the TV, which is...
You're not crazy about that.
I'm not crazy. I have limited her screen time to 7 seconds a day.
This is also like the 30 minutes a day that she's even awake.
Right. Yeah. So, well, it's important. That's why it's 7 seconds max. Makes a difference. The day was going well. I think we're having a good weekend. Mm-hmm. However, we had a little road bump. Cara was feeling a little hungry. Was kind of excited and popped over to the fridge, opened it up, and she's like, "Hey, Mike, where are those energy bites at?" And I'm like, well, I might have finished them off.
So the thing is, they're called energy bites, right?
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to give you a little boost.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get a full night's sleep? Because I don't.
Oh. I just didn't know that we were able to call dibs on food. Because if we can do dibs on food, I'm going to start calling... I call the rest of the ham.
I could probably use the energy a little more than you could.
That's probably true. I mean, now I know. I didn't know that I didn't know that the energy bites were off limits. So now I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
I said I'll make another batch after this.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. I started this new book, Super Baby.
You did.
I don't know. Has anybody else heard of this book? Super Baby by Dr. Jen Berman. 12 ways to give your child a head start in the first 3 years. I mean, we need all the help we can get. It's funny. I was reading this last night, and then my dad called, and then he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Oh, nothing. Just reading a new baby book." And he just starts dying laughing. And then he's like, "Just wing it." I'm like, "Yeah, I will wing it, but..."
That's probably what he did, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of people just wing it. And to an extent, we are just winging it. Mm-hmm. But I'm also a big believer in science.
Yeah.
And proven methods. And the cool thing about this is, I mean, they study children and they are referencing people who are experts at understanding how the kids' brains work at a young age. Mm-hmm. I've always kind of said, I am happy I'm of course enjoying this stage of fatherhood, but I feel like you have better intuition maybe at addressing Harlow at this age. Mm-hmm. And you're good at, like, I don't know, just taking care of her when she needs help. And of course I can
but
do
I
it.
also kind of like have to be the one that takes care of her, like, because I'm the one that's feeding her. And
yeah.
I mean, you go to work to provide for us every day, and I kind of spend more time with her throughout the day. So I kind of probably know a little better at this stage.
Yeah, I think maybe just naturally. And I think you've just from growing up with a bunch of younger nieces and nephews. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited I feel like I have something special with toddler age.
Right.
Or like middle school kids. I remember what it's like to be a kid. And I think also I'm pretty good at like motivating them or understanding what motivates them. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to like better understand this age. And I think books like this help.
Yeah.
And then it's through up to age 3, which is cool. And I'm like highlighting every other sentence because there's so much value I feel like in it.
Yeah.
Are you going to read a book? I think I send you my notes.
Right.
From baby books.
I just don't have time to read a book, and I've just never been a reader.
Well, you have time. You just don't make it a priority. You have time. I mean, how many baking shows have you watched last week?
Honestly, not many. But
you have watched a few. And you could replace those with literature, which is fine. You don't have to. I'm just saying.
I think for now, I'll just take your notes.
Yeah, I know. My point is, I have learned a lot in this, and I think there's something that you would enjoy too.
Yeah, and I'll just have you relay that to me.
Or, if I don't relay it and we try to implement it, you got to just let me implement it.
No, you can still share.
Okay, well, if you're open to it, sure. But that's great. That's where we're at. Mm-hmm. We labeled this episode kind of like our vision. We keep asking people to subscribe or check us out. And I think the only reason that we really want you, or we're asking that, is because we just hope you find value in what we're doing.
Right. I mean, we're doing this for fun, but we also hope that somebody can get something out of it.
Yes. We do want to be entertaining. Mm-hmm. We understand that we're not that entertaining. But above all, I think also we just want to be real and honest. Mm-hmm. And as a couple, as a set of parents, with KK here as a family, I hope we have something that resonates with you. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of the people that are tuning in right now just already know us. Right. Which is cool. And maybe they're already a little bit invested in us as humans. And so we appreciate that. But also, I think I also wanted to touch on the future of this, where this is our 8th episode. Mm-hmm. Actually, technically, it's like our 11th episode. We just didn't air 3 of them. We filmed 2 with KK over Thanksgiving. And
those just did not go well.
For your own sake, I think we are using some discretion on what goes out there. Yeah. Because, again, we want this to be high quality and of value.
One of them was trivia, which was KK's idea. And it was a good idea.
We're going to come back to trivia. We'll do trivia.
It wasn't well executed. So, yeah, we need to revisit that.
Yeah, it's a tough format. But that will be fun because it's a nice battle.
Yeah. And the other one, Harlow, was just crying every 10 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, and we were going down memory lane of like things that we regret, essentially. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it was illegal and unsafe and just not great. So we're like, we'll just scratch that one.
It's just not who we are.
So, but the other future of this, besides just having conversations between us as a family, is, again, I'm really excited to have people who I think are wise on the channel. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them are in our close circle. Mm-hmm. People that we can learn from. There's also people that I have in my life that I think we all do, especially in the Midwest, is that there's people that I want to have on the show that have so many cool success stories or so much levels of adversity that they've faced, that they've overcome. Right. That have run successful businesses, who are incredible athletes.
Mm-hmm. And it's the type of people that you probably would never even know that they've had those experiences.
Yes.
Unless like you just sit down and have a conversation with them.
Yes, because they're humble. Mm-hmm. I think that's even cooler about something like this, is that you can give people a spotlight that would rather not be in the spotlight per se. Just having a conversation and highlighting them. Mm-hmm. So that's the future of this as well. And then I think it kind of dawned on me a few weeks ago, but honestly, when Harlow is old enough to speak and communicate, and I think it would be cool and powerful if we had conversations when she's involved.
With her.
Yeah. And I think that might be something that kids enjoy as well. And if I create a super baby, I mean, who's not going to want to witness a super baby on this channel?
Yeah, it's true.
So really don't subscribe unless you find value in us. Mm-hmm. But I hope you do. And I hope, again, I want this to be, people do engage with us, but I also want people to ask us questions about topics that they may be interested in.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, we realize that we're 2 30-year-olds that haven't experienced everything there is to experience in life, but I feel like there's things that maybe even we're not super knowledgeable on that we can talk about, and just, I don't know, hopefully in some way people can just find value in like even learning with us.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because I think also too, KK wanted to get deeper in some questions on like philosophical stuff and big picture stuff and maybe spiritual stuff. And yeah, again, I think that might be good for people to kind of hash out ideas with us. Mm-hmm. We're also Christians, but I think even being out in LA, I've met so many people who are not believers and people who are even atheists, and I have incredible relationships with them.
Right.
And there's still something to learn from them, and there's still something to appreciate about those types of people as well. Mm-hmm. So you still may be on board with us, even if you don't see eye to eye with us religiously, I guess.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Well, and I think that maybe at one point when we were younger, we might have not had that point of view. But I think something that's really helped shape that point of view for us is the church that we go to out here and the message that they try to spread.
Right. Yeah. The church's Radius. It's called Radius, radius.la. If you're interested right now, since things are closed down, they're doing everything remotely, but they've been super innovative with making really cool videos and messages every Sunday.
Yeah.
You can check them out on the app. but their messages are just uplifting. And the cool thing about our church is that their tagline per se is basically, we're a church for people that are convinced that church is irrelevant.
Right.
So even if you're not even remotely on board with it at all, or even if you think church is irrelevant, we're still there to serve you. Mm-hmm. I think that's hopefully this channel, I guess.
And I think that's kind of what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's a level of service, I think, in some way. Again, hopefully we can crack a few jokes here and there. But again, I think that's just kind of where we're at with this. Yeah. The people that do subscribe and that people that have commented and said that they enjoyed this and they're excited for the next ones, like, we really appreciate that. And actually, it does mean a lot. And this channel kind of is now in our minds, like, throughout the week. Right. And it's cool to see loved ones or people that are just kind of on board with what we're doing, to just be involved. And so now we're kind of invested in figuring out a way to better cater to you guys, I think. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a good gist. Let's do shout outs. Okay. You have one?
I'm going to shout out Sarah McClanahan. She has kind of just been somebody that's been reaching out to me since I've had Harlow, and kind of on some of my tough days, she's just reached out to kind of tell me, like, you know, she's been through it too and it gets better, and to hang in there. And she's just been a good little cheerleader for me. Yeah,
very cool. And that makes me think, even especially in light of, so shout out to Caleb, her husband. Yes. I met Caleb on a commercial gig several years ago. He was an exceptional baseball player, but we met on a gig where we were playing baseball. And then they happened to move down the street from us, which was awesome. They're from the South, our kind of values, our kind of people, down to earth, super likable, easy to get along with, beautiful looking on top of their internal qualities, just gorgeous humans. However, the only blemish with our relationship with them is we hosted Thanksgiving in our 495 square foot apartment that year, to be generous to them. And because
neither of us had family out here. So we're like,
let's
do Thanksgiving together.
So they came to our place, which was awesome. But our place was not great at being a place to host people. Yeah. And we cooked, and like the entire meal, like, I think we were just like,
it's just hard. Wanted it to be good.
Yeah, but the meal was not good. It was not good. We did not do a good job of cooking. The turkey was super dry.
We could have done better.
And then also we didn't know, like, their type of preference on food and stuff, because they're from a different place in the country, and they have, you know, different norms. Yeah. And then Caleb's like, I don't know, 6'2" or 6'3", and then we had this baby table, and he's like fold out chairs that we borrowed from people, and we're all crammed at this table and just bumping elbows, and it was a mess.
But they did introduce us to one of their delicacies.
Yes, sweet tea. That's a good point. That was very memorable, and I loved it. He brought a huge batch over too. Yeah. So I guess we apologize for that.
We do.
It'd be cool to make it up to you one day. We've upgraded our place and our hosting skills.
I mean, they were good sports about it.
Oh yeah, it was not them at all. They enjoyed themselves.
It was our own feelings of, man, we could have done better.
Yeah, our own insecurities and shortcomings for sure. Yeah. But yeah, much love to them. They're awesome parents. Seemingly, of course. We haven't seen them in a long time, but follow them on social media. But yeah, great shout out, and I wish them the best. My shout out is to, I know we have several incredible nieces and nephews, but I got to give special love to Nolan, Harper, Mathern.
Hi, Noel.
Great young man. How old is he now?
11.
I think he's 11. Yes. However, he's jumping on the TikTok scene. Shout out to KK as well. She knows that world, but he is being very creative with his videos. He's working with his other cousins. He has a creative mind. He's a great athlete.
Wait, maybe he's 12.
I know, Noel. We apologize.
I don't remember.
We love you more than it seems right now.
I know he was born in 2009.
Okay, I don't feel like doing math on air right now, but yep. So Noel, keep doing videos. We look forward to seeing you next month. I hope you have some ideas for our movies that we make on iMovie. We had some visionary things that came to life last time I was back.
See, both Mike and Nolan are very creative thinkers. So when they get together, they both just vibe together.
Yes, and Noel's teaching me like new apps and new ways to edit. And he's also, like I said, he was a good athlete, but he also, I think he has something that's like art driven.
Of course.
And I think if he taps into that even more as he continues to do, I think he has a bright future in that world. Yeah. So I love you, Nolan, and we'll see you next month. And my final shout out goes to Drew Dotson.
Oh.
Yes.
Our oldest niece's boyfriend.
Yes. Clearly he has good taste. I got to give that to him. He was a fierce competitor at Spikeball when we played this summer.
I wasn't in on that.
His athleticism was very evident. And more importantly, he admitted to binge watching every episode of our show so far.
I love it.
He did that last night, I guess. That's very cool.
It is cool. Appreciate you, Drew.
We've only met a handful of times, but you seem like a great guy. We wish you and Kendall the best. And we hope to see you next month.
Yeah.
Is Ken going to invite him to... Is Ken and Carla allowing him to be at Christmas gatherings?
I don't know what the plan is. We'll have to wait and see.
Drew, I'm going to put in a good word for you, but it's up to the man of the house.
You know, I'm going to say that he's probably going to spend Christmas Day with his family, but I could be wrong.
He could, but you know him and Kendall are going to want to spend some time together on Christmas. You know how that is at that age.
We will see.
I know. Either way, I'm pulling for you. Hope to see you. Maybe we'll work it out. We'll be back for a few weeks.
Mm-hmm. Maybe longer.
Cara would like to stay for the next 4 years straight.
Or just stay.
Cara would like to just move back to Iowa ASAP. But also we're trying to feed the child, and that requires income. Also, and most of the income's out here right now.
Also, having her now, wouldn't you say that you'd love to just have her closer to family, though?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited for her to experience time with all of them, yes.
Right.
But also, I don't want to go broke. And so here's the way we can pay the bills right now. But yeah, it'll be good. We're excited. Mm-hmm. We'll get out another video. I might just put it out there. Let's do another video and get it out by like Wednesday.
Ooh.
One more video. It could be short. Okay. It could be a quick like question thing off of that book that we were working on, 1,000 questions about yourself or blah, blah, blah.
It's always up to Harlow, but
we'll see.
We will do our best.
We can make it work.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see you guys in the next one. Again, if you find value, please like and subscribe this video.
Yes.
If you don't find value, dislike, and we will never see you again.
Okay.
No problem.
We hope you had a great Thanksgiving, however you chose to spend it.
Absolutely.
And maybe found some good shopping deals. I know I've been looking.
Of course, Moneybags over there has found quite a few good deals.
Hey, I'm still getting a paycheck.
I'm happy for you. More power to you. Keep getting it.
Happy for us.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll see you guys in the next one. God bless you. Love you. Thank you. Goodbye.
See ya.